This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special live edition of Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast. This is Ro from the Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast, and next to me, we got a whole bunch of Red Fivers in the house. How you doing? Next to me is Rob from the Jedi Temple Archives. Rob, how you doing?
I'm just honored to be here with you, Ro.
Oh, the honor is mine. The honor is mine. Look at all the friends over here. We got Greg doing a little videoing over there. Greg from Rebel Base Card. We got, oh man, we got that corner over there with some buckets, man. Look at those guys. Look at the smiles on those faces. And then we got Trevor Beast. Trevor Beast is in the house. We're going to be doing some giveaways later on in a bit. What else? Rob, how the hell are you, man? What's going on?
I'm doing great, Ro. Finally getting healed up from my after Christmas injury, getting ready to get back on the podcast trail.
Oh, yeah, and absolutely. I'm glad you're, I totally forgot about your knee. I saw you parking down the street. I saw you running towards me. We were like, la, la, la.
My hair flowing in the breeze.
Hair flowing in the breeze. That is absolutely right. We got Dominic Pace in the house. He's making some friends over there. People are coming in. I'll turn the camera over in a bit, but we got some wonderful friends here at Alley Cat Comics. We are live here for ScarifCon and Dominic Pace's tour. Tell us a little bit about Dominic Pace's tour.
Yeah, he has been crisscrossing the United States from, I think, April, May, covering comic book store after comic book store, all in support of small business. And he's got some great comics, great photos, some challenge coins, some other stuff that he is selling, and all the proceeds are going to help small business, or a good chunk of it at least. So.
Yes, a good chunk. I was going to say, not all the proceeds. Come on, man.
I consider Dominic his own small business.
Absolutely. So we got Dominic making friends over there with some Jedi.
Some
welcome.
Top-notch cosplay.
And yeah, go ahead and take whatever you want. Making some friends here. I'm going to turn the camera over because people have to see Trevor Beast holding his little Grogu. Yeah, but I want to welcome everybody to Alley Cat Comics. We got Mara Jade also just popped in. Hello, Mara. We will see everybody in a bit, but I'm very excited, very nervous too, because this is probably it's a pretty good turnout for everybody in the Red 5 Network. So hangout here in Chicago at Alley Cat Comics. Who else is here?
Yeah, we've got, did you already talk about the gentleman from the Escape Pod?
No, talk about it.
We've got both members of the Escape Pod podcast over here. They're going to be on podcasting shortly. We've just got
who just came in? Shanti from Miami. We got Chantel from Miami. Get back here, girl. Welcome.
And we've got 97 Bravo.
97 Bravo, where is he? I think he went to go get another soda, but 97 Bravo is in the house. The Convergence Podcast, one of our newest member of the Red 5 Network. It's very exciting, man. We are here. What else is going on, man?
Yeah, it's been a great day so far. We've had the weather holding off, thankfully. It's the first of the 3 years that we've got some kind of moderate weather. Not too hot, not too cold. So that's very nice to see. And certainly no rain at this point. So hopefully we can keep that away.
Yeah.
We've had a great flow of people in here all day. A lot of interaction with Dominic, a lot of interaction with all the folks we've got here from the Red 5 Network. And it's just been generally a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I'm going to play a little video from last year's ScarifCon. Just playing a little video from last year. We saw a very awesome tattoo on our friend Dan's leg. He surprised us last year when he showed up with gecko on his leg.
He did, yeah, and he got that signed by Dominic last year, and then proceeded to get that signature tattooed right into his leg. So,
is that right, Dominic?
Yeah, I can't believe it. I said, now I cannot make TMZ. I have a lifelong commitment, which is going to be difficult. I'm still human.
Yeah.
Give me something. So, we got Italians, we got hot-headed with the paparazzi. But and now I have got to be Mr. Rogers for the rest of my life because of this guy's tattoo.
Yeah, but we'll be seeing Dan a little later on when he shows up, and we'll check out the tattoo and see. Look at the level. Here's Dan.
it's like Beetlejuice. We said his name 3 times.
Welcome, my friend. What's going on, guys? Yes. All right, we're gonna check out his tattoo a little later on. But who else wants to come on the mic? Because it can't just all be me. What's up in the chat? Let's see. Hold on a second. Ooh, Amanda. We got Amanda. We got DJ Red. We got Charles. We got Rural Farm Boy. We got, I also want to thank our patrons from the ScarifCon2021 podcast, all the patrons that help us out monetarily on Patreon, who have allowed us to do all this wonderful stuff, especially here. We wish you were all here helping us celebrate, but thank you to them for making it possible for us to do this. Once I get out of the chair, I'm not like Cam, who has 400 clones, so I got to be behind the camera and show some love behind the cameras. But I think Chantel's in the house, and she's real eager to come over here and help me out here. ScarifCon2021 podcast. What else is going on? Greg, thank you very much for those lanyards. They've been a hit.
They've been really good. Been really, really happy that they turned out the way they did. You did such a great job on them. Thank you so much, Dan. They got the QR codes on the back.
Oh yeah, that's right. So if you're here, the QR codes on the back, just point your camera at the QR codes on any of them, and it'll magically take you to a place far, far away to follow.
He's subjected to one of our podcasts.
Yes, exactly.
Or just,
I believe Larry the Gecko, right?
Yep. For those of you who are here, we're playing it safe, having everybody wear their mask inside Alley Cat Comics. They have been wonderful hosts. Celine of Alley Cat Comics, wonderful host. Thank you very much for. If you guys are here, go on in and check out all the wonderful stuff that they have inside: comic books, collectibles, T-shirts, gaming. If you guys are into gaming, that is also awesome. Uh-oh, Mara Jane is going to get a picture with the gecko. And funny story, Mara Jade and I went to high school together. I didn't even know. Amazing. It's a small, small world in a galaxy far, far away.
Does that make her canon?
That does make her canon.
It does.
absolutely.
Yeah, you want to come in? Greg is going to take over. I'm going to show the wonderful people that are having fun here with Gecko. But, yeah.
And I have gotten reports from my sources that the video was running much smoother than last year. So
Oh, that's very good. Very
hopefully
good.
everyone out there on the live stream is having a good time. Don't hesitate to jump onto the chat and send us a message.
Yeah, absolutely.
Greg responsible for reading them.
I tend to neglect that sometimes, but I'm a man of many hats, as they say. All right. We got Greg coming up next, Rebel Base card. Please say hello. Trivia later.
Thank you very much, and I want to say thank you to Ro for helping organize this as well, just because I think it's really fun to have people come out and really get an excuse to come out. And one thing that I have been saying on the podcast and whatnot is that having been here last year and done this and having this to look forward to again when Dominic Pace said he was going to do his tour again, is that there was so much anticipation, oh my gosh, we've been inside for a year and a half. We've seen everything shut down. We got out of C2E2 last year, and it was okay, and then all of a sudden, boom, nothing. And then all of a sudden, the ScarifCon last year became the thing that we were oh my gosh, this is great, because everybody's been in a box, just like we're doing with, like, although we're streaming here, it's like, if you've been on WSTR, if you've been on, like, in some of these other services, or you're doing a show or something like that, you're just seeing, you're seeing that face, but you're seeing it in like a two-dimensional box. So when you come out and see just how tall you are, just how short I am, you're like, but it's so much fun because we've been exchanging this chat. Like, Ro had us on this Twitter message thread last couple of days, and all of a sudden he opened it up to some of the other people who were coming, like, the Escape Pod. We had, 97 Bravo and all these great folks, and Chantel, all of a sudden it's like boom, 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 and everybody was like, hey, we're doing this, I've got the airport, I got my tickets, I got this, and it was just so much fun to watch that. And then even setting up this morning, you knew something really special was going to happen.
Yeah, there was a flurry of taxing activity this morning as everyone was leaving, whether they were driving. The cool thing this year is that we have, we had Alex fly out for the very first ScarifCon.
And Yoshi.
Yeah. So we had a couple people come from out of town, but this year more than any other, we have just had so many people that have jumped on a plane, jumped in their car, driven from quite a distance, and really made an effort to make this a special event. And certainly it's all credit to Ro, and certainly Greg gave him some great help this year with those lanyards. But everyone makes this a special event. We always have a lot of fun. It's cool watching people. This comic book store literally is at the end of a very narrow alley. And you see people come back here thinking they're just coming to get their comics. And they walk into this little courtyard in front of the store and stop dead and try to figure out what's going on. And then they generally dive right in and start interacting with Dominic, start interacting with the various folks from the podcasts. And it's just a really special feeling back here. So good times. Certainly if you are in the area and you are interested in coming back, we would love to see you. Dominic, super great guy, out here doing his part for supporting small businesses, and the fact that he did that during the pandemic was just really special. So cool to see him out doing that again. We wish him all the best, and hopefully Lucasfilm decides to immortalize this character by starting to take it to another level.
The one thing that I really liked was when you see these these tweets and Instagram posts during the tour that Dominic did, and some of these cities and places that are they're a little out of the way, and we're kind of lucky here in Chicago where we do have access to events when they're going on. You could really see, like, Anime Midwest was last weekend, and so you could really see this stream of events start to happen again. But some of these, like, you'll see the favorite is when, like, the local news of that area would do a piece on it, and some people will be going like, man, nothing like this happens out here. And that's when you go like, this is exactly the kind of thing that Dominic Pace can do. He's kind of a blue chipper like us. Like, we're like at the drop of a hat, we're going to pick up all the swag we got. And it's one thing if I look at my pile of pins and go, that's not much, but when I put it next to everybody else's stuff, you go, man, this is pretty cool. Because we got a bunch of stuff here. And I know you came from a distance.
Yeah.
What were some of the things going through your head this morning as you were kind of getting ready to go?
I was just excited. I've been looking forward to this for the better part of a year. Certainly once Ro gave us the date and we knew it was going to be in July, to have that on the calendar and look forward to that. For me, it's a pretty easy drive. It's 3:15, 3.5, depending on what the traffic is like. But all totally worth it. I think the first year I get out and back the same day. I may do the same thing this year. Last year, because of the pandemic and just wanting to be a little more casual, I spent a couple nights in town. But I was excited. I was excited to see all the activity from all these people who were just so psyched about coming here and being part of this community, this event that we've got going on. And then getting here, especially after 2020, the streets were so much more thinly populated last year because of the pandemic.
Exactly.
And to see this area around Alley Cat Comics just thriving, people out, people visiting the businesses, coming back here to the comic book store, and certainly having the 501st out at the end of the alley, ushering people back this way never hurts. But I know how much fun this event is. It grows a little bit every year. I got 2 more years. I think for the 5-year anniversary, we'll be at McCormick Place.
I think so. One of the other great things about Alley Cat, I think some of these local businesses, especially like a comic book store, it's like a lot of places shut down during the pandemic, and you started to worry about some of these places that probably don't operate on such a large margin. The employees probably don't have the corporate benefits that a lot of these places do, and so these places are critical for a community, especially in the area, and to see what they have here And it's a really nice store. I didn't even notice until this morning that, you know, the front window basic goes up like a garage. And then that's how we were snaking the electric underneath. But a really good selection of books in there as well. I had to get caught up on the War of the Bounty Hunters just because I was like either waiting for the graphic novel, or I was just going to dive in and just kind of go flip, 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 flip in there. But it was really kind of fun. But you know it's serious when Ro brought out this gear, this amazing camera. I don't even know what half of it does, but it's pointed in my direction, so I should probably say hi. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's in the chat room. I see a bunch of folks in there. They're kind of having a nice conversation. I do like the fact that Ro, like, the camera's kind of pointed at nowhere where you can shoot this camera at is it a bad backdrop, because we've got this great like Chicagoland brick back here, and there's that great design on the door. If you went there, I really thought it was great for Dominic to wear the Bears jersey. Guy has been on the road for a while. He knows his audience. He does. So that's why I like it.
He does. I've got some photos of him in his Detroit Tigers gear from last year, not long after he left the Detroit area. And his son that was traveling with him last year was kind enough to wear one of the podcast T-shirts. So always nice to see. Again, they're not just supporting small business, but he supports the people that support him and try to get his name out there and what he's working on. So it's cool to have that give and take. It's very much appreciated. And again, just can't say enough about the kind of events that Ro and Dominic put together.
Yeah, I was happy enough to get another variant cover of the comic book and have it signed.
Yeah.
I remember reading that, and I won't give any spoilers out, but it's a really great little story, and it's really fun. And then to see some of these other covers, I especially wanted to get one because the one I have, has like the large face of Gecko on it, but I also wanted one that had the title there as well. We have Gecko the Bounty Hunter as well. So, and it's really great to see some of the other podcasters, see some of these folks as they're kind of putting away their autographed swag. There's Trevor over there with Grogu holding it, just waiting with bated breath for this quiz to start. I know we've got a ton of swag behind us. Something else I really love is like, one thing I love about the helmets being on the table as well is that a lot of times when you go see the 501st, like, you're not really going to jump up in their grill and just kind of start inspecting their outfit.
Right.
You know, they would probably push you off and or kill you. But in this point, it's kind of nice to get like kind of up close and personal to kind of there, and you can really see the detail that goes in this. And I can only imagine that, like if you're putting that stuff on, how incredibly hot you are in it. But it's so nice. I know. But to have people come out and do that, like how many layers that Jedi robe and all this, as we're looking at an Obi-Wan over there.
Yeah, and it's all climate-cool material.
Exactly.
It's liquid cooled. It's the most comfortable thing you could wear. At least it's not last year. Last year, I think we had 90 degrees and about 130% humidity. So I'm very thankful this year that it's much cooler. Definitely letting some people come out and do some incredibly awesome cosplay. And it's fun to see all the people that pour in. It's just everybody from every possible background. Most of them coming to get a comic book, not knowing what they're walking into when they come back in.
I just love the fact that, like, when we had people coming from Denver, coming from Miami, and that's when I was looking in the chat and seeing, they're like, holy crap, people are getting on a plane. Like, I'm stressing out about, the 45-minute drive, more for the parking than anything else. But it's just sort of like, wow. But then to have people who really dedicated a part of their weekend, and that's just something that you just can't thank enough. And so that's what's really nice about being out here at ScarifCon and seeing this. And I keep looking at myself in the screen. I'm like, that background's just amazing.
It is.
Ro makes me look good. That's what I like about it.
Well, that's his job, right? Professional cameraman, and again, that's what he does in every area of his life. He has built a solid community with the Red 5 Network. He has a lot of friendships here in the Chicago area, and it's a testament to who he is as a person, but it's also a testament to his vision. He started this event 2 years ago. We had a pretty small turnout. Last year we were fortunate enough to kind of fall into Dominic's plans for his tour, and that worked out wonderful, despite the fact that it was certainly a little bit of a less traveled event due to the pandemic.
Right.
But this year, definitely an uptick. A lot of people off the street, but a lot of people who have planned on coming out here and meeting a lot of the folks that are here and meeting Dominic. And it's great. And of course, Ro, being the perfect host that he is encouraging everyone to go dump some cash into Alley Cat Comics, and certainly well deserved.
Something that I wanted to ask as far as, do you have, like in the before times, did you have a normal con schedule? And is that something you pick up again? Where you at?
You know, interestingly enough, I'd never, prior to 2019, I'd never visited a con. I actually went to Comic-Con in Grand Rapids over in Michigan, and that year I was fortunate enough to meet Tom Kane, who does the voice of the announcer from the Star Wars Clone Wars series, and he does the animated voice of Yoda. And I know that just talking to Dominic a couple weeks ago, he had done an event, and the proceeds from that were getting put toward Tom Kane, who unfortunately had suffered a stroke. And being a voice actor, being a voice actor, that's not a good place to end up. But having met Tom Kane in person, just an incredibly generous person, had a lot of great insights into voice work, and hope for the very best for him. Certainly, it's a tough situation for he and his family.
Ooh, it looks like we have a guest coming, so I'm going to step out.
I'll step out. I've been on since the beginning. You can talk about me.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
All right.
We want to welcome. Can I really welcome Dominic Page to his own event? I don't think I can do that. We can welcome him to the microphone. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys. Thanks for having me. Thank you so much again for all the support there. This is again just such a humbling experience. I've been saying on a few podcasts, I have a gecko on one shoulder, but on the other shoulder, I'd love to have the symbol of gecko merged in with the community. Not only the small businesses, but most importantly, the Star Wars community, the podcast community, just for all their incredible support. This is one of those things, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's a time in our country where a lot of times, more often than not, people are rooting for the little guy. There's something, I think, remarkable about the Rudy Rudiger of Star Wars, I think, versus sometimes with the big stars. Not to, take any credit away from the incredible talent of the A-Team, but it just happened to be just the perfect storm of a situation of a pandemic where I think perhaps sometimes a small business owner might be able to relate to one of the 99%ers of actors, as opposed to sometimes the big celebrities there. And that's what I ventured out to do. Initially, again, it was supposed to be just a series of, about 25 different comic book Comic-Cons appearances around the world. But we were just going to be, know our place, be sort of in the C room or the B room, along, sort of flanking Missy Rosas and my friend Chris Bartlett. But I decided to do something about it, and there was a deep part of my heart that was able to relate to a lot of the small businesses, because it's been very similar to my journey over the past 25 years in regards to the struggle, not being the big box stores where you just have an automatic built-in audience. The other thing too, which I've mentioned a few times, that I just would love Gecko to symbolize as the years progress, is that Gecko is different. I've had the fortune of raising both of my sons and taking them on the tour. My younger son Bennett is 13, and he's sort of well put in terms of being an elite athlete at his age. But my older son, just very similar to the artistic, the unique, similar to me in high school, or similar to so much of the Star Wars fan base. Sometimes you have your own uniqueness, your own individuality. And the one thing I stressed about a month or two ago was just, I hope to inspire a lot of the young adults that maybe if you are different, if you are unique or creative, to maybe take my hand. Because again, I think people can certainly imagine the vulnerability of taking on an entire studio, even though they've given me their blessing. But to sit here and take the reins and take leadership, not only to help others, but at the same time help our own cause in terms of our place in this world. And I think there's a lot of symbolism to it. I think ultimately, I think it'll make a great documentary. But just appreciate everyone's support there, without question.
One of the things that I sort of like was the fact that, as we've talked before about, you really took your shot. And as a character actor, as someone who, as a role player, you step in and you do your bit. But in this case, I think the example you set, definitely for your sons and for the rest of us, is like, look, this may be the shot I have, but if I don't do anything, then I only have myself to kind of blame for it. But the fact that you picked it up, and you could have also, you said, all right, I'm done when the pandemic started, but you kept on going. And I think that's the perseverance, and I think that's the big takeaway that I get whenever I'm following you along and I'm seeing this. Is that, look, here's an example of what can be done if you just have a little bit, strap those boots on,
Yeah.
and do it yourself. I think that's the best thing.
Well, I'd like to believe, if you take Dave and John and Kathleen, coming from their stories, Kathleen was probably surrounded by a group of men back in the 80s and saying, you know what, I want to step up one day and I want to be the leader. Dave, obviously from Nickelodeon. John, just such a genius, especially coming from an actor's standpoint of view of such an amazing actor, comedy, and swingers, but also saying, hey, there's much more to me, and how grateful we all are to see his gift of Christmas entertainment, of Disney entertainment, Marvel taking it to a whole different level, and now, of course, Star Wars. He had a beautiful quote the other day, in that he just wants to make people happy, make people enjoy. And as an actor, again, being a veteran for 25 years, the one great thing that I love about the Star Wars community, the reason I've been so passionate, is because that's been my ultimate goal ever since I was a kid. You look at Goonies and Stand By Me and E.T. and Star Wars and Back to the Future. It was all about the beautiful imagination and escapism for every single member of our country and all over the world. So for me, as much as I'm so honored to have a career, a lot of actors don't, with at least TV crime dramas and independent films and films that end up going to Amazon and Netflix. Who doesn't want to be a part of something that brings so much joy to people, to be able to overextend and to follow in the footsteps of Jeremy and Dave, and of course Carrie there in so many ways on a small scale, to be an ambassador. PR has been just so generous in regards to this. We know how protective they are of their intellectual property, and the fact that they're giving me this gift, I think says a lot. The fact that they're allowing a lot of their community to dress for my events, it just means the world. So I can't tell you how grateful I am. And next year again, ultimately, we hope that Gecko goes to the next level. I know we have a few things in the pipeline in regards to that. But again, what I said on Rebel Force Radio also, we want the keys to a certain extent. We obviously don't want to have our own spinoff. But I do believe we have a place there. I believe that all of the fan base can certainly come together on a performer that is certainly passionate, not only about their character, but also with community and also with small business. So fingers crossed. I think that's why we're seeing the support for a second year. That's the reason I did have that conviction, even though Marvel Star Wars Bounty Hunters was so passionate about wanting to get Gecko in there, but about not saying I want to quit. Because I felt that energy from the fan base, and I knew I was doing the right thing by continuing it on there.
One of the things, I don't know if some of the folks who are joining us right now, someone might have thought you were driven up to here in a limo, but the journey to get to Alley Cat Comics today wasn't necessarily very flashy. Can you talk about how you're moving from point to point and to get here today?
Absolutely. By the time we hit Boise, Idaho, by land and air, will be a total of 50,000 miles ever since February of 2020. And that started with a flight to Liverpool, a very small Comic-Con. I ventured out to Hawaii. I ventured out to Alaska because I believe in this character. I believe in supporting those who help themselves in this country. Very, very passionate about that because there's a lot that I can relate to. Again, during the pandemic, I think there's amazing similarities and parallels to a bounty hunter in that I think the reason bounty hunters appeal so much is because we have to all sort of, as Americans and people across this world, especially during the pandemic, find a way. And sometimes, you may have to push the envelope in order to do that. So for me, I think it's just, not that I want them to copy the movie Venom, but I think it's almost as if Gecko is rooting for me just as much as I'm rooting for him, because there's so many parallels that I think small business owners, the individual, the independent contractor in this country can relate to, that it sort of bleeds on. It could be the first Star Wars story that sort of bleeds onto this earth in regards to trying to get it done. It's similar to a bounty hunter maybe in another universe in regards to finding a way, the best way that you can. And I think that I've done it with so much pride. I didn't grow up with a dad. I don't want to get all deep and everything, but the thing is just the father-son aspect of it as well, of showing my kids the importance of believing in yourself, putting community sometimes before yourself, but most importantly, again, going back to believing in yourself, just having that conviction even as your own individual entity, believing in yourself and not making any apologies for that is the greatest gift that I can give my kids. Yeah, it's a Nissan Versa. It's nothing flashy. We're not going in any type of Elon Musk vehicle or any big Range Rover. I'm a working man, a working class actor just like everyone else. For the last 25 years, I've had to roll my sleeves up with everything from working for moving companies in 100-degree weather, driving Uber, waiting tables, managing restaurants, dealing with Karens and Kevins, in between the guest stars, in between the co-stars. So again, I think there's just such a great level of conviction and a beautiful story there off the screen in regards to our journey. And I just can't tell you how grateful I am for everyone for their support there.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I should probably let you get back to your table because there's a lot of fans out here to greet here today.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for giving a little bit of time for us today. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out. This was really, really fun. Everybody put your hands together. It's nice to see you. All right. I'm going to ask Ro here because the laptop went to sleep. So hopefully it'll come back. Well, it's at the lock screen. So hopefully we're still streaming. But at any rate.
We are, yeah, I haven't gotten any messages.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Let's see here. It's an older code, but it still checks out. I also love seeing like parts of the WSTR crew here today because it was fun. Normally, like if you're watching it on YouTube, where you've got the different boxes, and you all of a sudden you're like, hey, here's a 3D version of the same person. So it's really nice to see. As I was talking to Todd Hoffman earlier, I mean, I almost worry about asking him about like, tell me where you, because I'm going to get a list of Twitter handles and Instagram handles. The only, I think that's why you should bring Trent with you because that way he can say like half of the things. He'll close it out for you. Busy man today, bro.
How about some trivia with Trevor? Yeah. Who wants to win some stuff? You wanna select something? Yeah, I'll be your Uncle Barry. All right, we got Trevor Beast 454 in the house. We're gonna give away some stuff, and actually we have so much stuff that I think we can probably be able to give away some stuff to somebody in the chat. Let's go. Too. We'll beam it over to you. Wrong franchise, sorry.
All right, well.
All right, so we also have the bell.
Yes.
So if somebody answers correctly, we'll do the little ding dong.
All right. It's great. So thank you so much, Ro, for letting me be a part of this. Come up with some trivia questions. Hopefully, can live up to the hype. So.
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. Before that.
Yeah.
We have to play the Sentry Mode theme.
Oh yes.
Like log into Skype.
This is Sentry Mode.
All right. So.
All right. That was Sentry Mode. All right. So how do you want to do this? Oh, first of all, what are we giving away, Greg?
I think we're going to go with the Black Series Cassian Andor.
Black Series Cassian Andor.
We're start strong.
Starting strong here. Who else is eagerly awaiting the Cassian Andor streaming service on Disney Plus? Yeah! All right. And I think that is thank you to Rob. Jedi Temple Archives have graciously donated that wonderful prize. All right, get your Star Wars trivia going here.
All right. So first person to shout it out then.
First person to shout it out. Oh no, wait. Hands.
Or hands.
And then we'll randomly call. Want to do that?
Okay. All right. Sure.
Let's do that. Sentry Mode. Question number 1.
All right. Well, question number 1, I'm actually skipping to question 20 just because of the Cassian thing. We're going to go with a Rogue One trivia question, okay? So, in Rogue One, which character tells Mon Mothma, we will need every advantage?
Bail Organa.
That is correct. Let's ring the bell.
Todd Hoffman. Yes. The Black Series. Cassian Andor.
All right. And now?
All right. Well, let's wait. Let's. Next prize.
I like this build.
Oh, a little Grogu hat.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
We got 97 Bravo cracking his knuckles, getting ready to go. Let's go.
All right. So now I'll say the original question. Question 1. Okay. This is bringing it back. So, which American state capital hosted the very first Star Wars celebration from late April and early May of 1999 inside an Air and Space Museum?
Star Wars Celebration 1.
Yeah, the very first one. That is correct, Commander.
Denver.
go.
At the escape pod.
All right.
Gets that one.
All right.
All right.
So now we're moving on.
Moving
Question
on.
number 3.
Question number 3.
All right.
Prize. What's the prize? Rick Decker, Blade Runner. We got a Blade Runner Funko Pop. Anybody else collect Funko Pops? Yeah, everybody. All right. All right, we got a Rick Decker Funko Pop. Question number 3, Sentry Mode.
Question number 3. Which Star Wars movie will you hear a deck officer say, it's possible he came in through the south entrance?
97.
Return of the Jedi. Empire.
Empire is correct.
Empire is correct.
I was totally gonna buy this.
All right.
Got a speech. All right.
All right, so now question number 4.
What's prize number 4? Let's see. Let's do the, ooh, that's a nice one. 40th anniversary, The Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker. And Dagobah Training. And that is courtesy of? WSTR.
All right, question number 4. What planet was Kylo Ren on when he said the line, I want every gun we have to fire on that man?
97.
No, you got Obi-Wan.
Well,
No, Obi-Wan. You raised her.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Adjudicate.
All right.
Great.
Yeah. Crate is the correct answer.
Great is the correct answer. 97, bravo for the win.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice. Thank you to WSTR Galactic Public Access for the donated gift. That is really nice, man. Yeah.
All right, so
All
now
right.
We're gonna show myself here.
All right. Rebel base card. Greg has a wonderful complete set. Wow.
Factory set from The Force Awakens. 3 base sets in 1.
Wow. Nice, nice. All right. Make this hard, man. Make this one hard.
All right.
Greg's got a good prize here.
Okay, fine. Well, this one, what is the official name of the Separatist Alliance?
Separatists?
Well, the official name of the Separatist Alliance. A lot of people call them Separatists, but what's their official name
Anybody? The official name
of the Separatist
of the
Alliance?
Separatist Alliance. Going once.
Right.
No
We
Googling.
got something. Here we go.
Confederacy of Independence.
That is correct,
There you
Commander.
go. Confederacy.
There we go.
Independent system. Thank you, Greg, for that wonderful prize. Factory sealed and everything. Wow, that is amazing. What question? Where were we at?
Well, now we're moving on to question 6.
All right. And then we'll split them up, not to give everybody everything now. Got a couple things to roll on. Question number 6. What do we got? Let's leave the Babu Frick. We'll donate that later on. We have a Babu Frick to go. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
We got some Grogu socks. Wonderful Grogu socks. If you're not wearing Grogu socks, I don't know what you do with your life. All right, question number 6. Thank you, Trevor Beast 454. What do we got?
All right, so question number 6. Played by Femi Taylor, the character Ula is a member of which species?
Dan.
Twi'lek.
That is correct.
Dan the man.
That's below the tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how are you going to wear that and display your wonderful tattoo of the gecko?
Roll it down so you just sit on the foot.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Awesome. Trevor, thank you very much. We got more trivia coming up later on. We still have a boatload of things to, we got a Babu Frick, we got some more Black Series.
Got some more socks.
We got some more socks. And we have some special things happening as well. Thank you very much, Trevor Beast 454. Give Trevor a follow. He helps us out on Century Mode from time to time. And he is, I'm getting a call from Downers Grove. I don't know anybody there. All right.
Did you know your car's warranty may be out of date?
That's true. You guys want to come up? Let's come on up. The skate pod is coming up, part of the Red 5 network. Woo, 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 woo.
You want to get over there and I'll pop in the back?
No, you guys go. I'm gonna man the camera.
Oh.
I just want to introduce these wonderful fellows who drove all the way from Tatooine to Chicago to say hello.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Don Snooch from the Escape Pod, and this is Brady Big Love. We're pretty happy to be here in Chicagoland, enjoying ScarifCon so far.
Pretty exciting. Had a good time. Trying to be calm, mind my language, because
there are children.
There are children present, so we gotta keep it PG.
For folks that don't listen to our show, it's a little bit risque.
Yeah. Most of the time there's beverage in hand.
Yeah, we usually have a few drinks, and nobody's watching anybody's mouths when we're talking. It's kind of interesting that Ro gave us the mics. Here, go ahead, see what you can do. Well, we got to burn the comic book shop down. It's dirty now.
Tell us about your podcast, what you guys do, both podcast version and YouTube, and then invite folks to check you guys out.
Yeah, for sure.
You start off, buddy. You're the
essentially, we are what you would call a Star Wars centric geek podcast.
Yes.
We talk about everything nerdy. We spend an awful lot of time talking about movies and what's going on in nerd TV.
Yes.
Like next week, we're going to talk about the new Loki episodes, the new Bad Batch episodes.
We're catching up on 2 because the last episode we did create your own podcast. We're behind 1, so.
Yep, we had Ro on so he could teach us how to build a podcast.
It's getting packed in here, man.
Yeah, it's very busy. Very busy.
I like it. Take all the free goodies. Take all the free. Take whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why they're there.
Yep, plenty of swag for everybody. Brady does a good job keeping me busy. As far as I'll throw together something that resembles a show, and then Brady makes it interesting.
Yeah, I'm the color commentator guy. That's what I do.
But other than that, we just like to talk about things that we love, and we like to talk about it with people who love the things that they love.
Our podcast is more of a YouTube show, but we throw it in the podcast world, so it crosses both barriers there.
Yep. We spent some time with Dominic a few weeks back talking about things that he loves.
Yeah, it was a great interview. We're going to get him back in, December?
Yeah, it looks like December we'll have him back on, talk about some
more stuff, see what's going on with him and his world and universe.
So what did you think about Alley Cat Comics, buddy?
Pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah, it's a very nice shop.
Oh my gosh, I caught myself.
Yeah.
I was going to go to a place.
Super sweet.
Super sweet.
I found all kinds of great stuff in there. Got some new D&D dice.
Yes, you did.
They have more graphic novels than I've seen in a comic book shop ever.
Yeah, they got them all. If you need a graphic novel, it's here at Alley Cats. Get it.
Hey, Ro. Do you know if they have online sales here at Alley Cat? They do. I'm assuming we're talking alleycat.com?
AlleyCatComics.com.
There you go. alleycatcomics.com.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, we're just grateful to be here.
Absolutely. This is fun. We're going to explore Chicago tonight, I think, after everyone's said and done.
This is your first event with internet friends?
Kind of is.
Yeah,
no stranger danger?
Well, no, we have some friends from the podcast that have met us in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And in fact, our first experience doing a podcast, we drove halfway across the country to sit down with some internet friends and do their podcast.
We drove to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was now the Sidebar Cantina, which is now in the Red 5 network. They used to be the All Things Star Wars podcast. No,
he's done that every opportunity he gets to ruin that for him, he's going to take it.
Yeah. Apparently, I am the Thunder.
So, we got going on? If you tune into our show next week, we're going to be talking a little Letterkenny versus Trailer Park Boys. Talk about our top 5. Well, not our top 5. We pulled top 5 from the ether of the internet, and we're going to do some compare and contrasting because there's a feud to settle between this.
This next week, we're going to be going out to Twitter every day, asking Twitter what they think is a better show.
My brain is hard to function right now.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of beautiful people in Chicago.
I'm used to a quiet studio. This is not a quiet studio. I'm used to us making the ruckus.
Yeah. Well, you making the ruckus.
Well, I do what I gotta do. Yeah, I do what I gotta do to hold it together.
Yeah, definitely. We got somebody else you want to bring over here?
Yeah. He's gonna get one of these, but I'll have you sign it. Let's get Todd and Rob back in here.
Yeah. I'm not sure who was
I didn't hear what he said because it's so dang loud.
It's true. It's true.
We're really killing it.
Yeah, we really are. Nothing but dead air over here.
Well,
Yeah, come on over here.
yeah, please.
Somebody's got to have something to say
Save
about
us.
it.
Save us. Oh my God! I made it without saying a curse word.
That is impressive. I can't. I think you might trip on the way back to your chair though, and curse.
Made it out. I made it out.
Like an obstacle course back here.
So we're on Twitter under ScarifCon. Okay, cool.
We're only cool people wearing the sunglasses when it's starting to rain. So
Right.
we might as well keep them on while we're live streaming.
Yeah. Why not? Hey, look, I'm very sensitive to my eyesight. I can't have it go bad.
I will use a Chicago reference. I'm like Jim McMahon because I got a fork in my eye or something like that. And now I got to wear sunglasses all the time.
It
So
literally is eye protection.
Yes.
All the swag flying around here today.
right.
So, Todd, what's been going on with you and WSTR?
WSDR, Galactic Public Access. We are a Star Wars podcast. We didn't rebrand or we're Star Wars. Every once in a while we'll deviate because we can, because it's our podcast, right? But yeah, we do mostly, we're kind of more, the premises is like kind of interviews and deep dives. We kind of try to do it like more like a news show. And that's kind of where the name came from. So you're cruising around in Coruscant and you turn into WSDR. So that's kind of thing there. So there is 5 of us. We have Carla, who's in New Jersey. So she's a Jersey girl, and we met her. Yes, we met people online, and she was just a listener. And we started communicating, and then she's like one part of the crew. So she's in New Jersey, and then we have JD. He is in the Illinois. We say Illinois.
The Illinois,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Ohio State University?
Yes, yeah, right, exactly. And we got Aaron, who's a founding member with me, and so Aaron and I met at church, and then we brought in Heather because all we did at church was talk about Star Wars during our production stuff, and we're like, you guys
About the Lord!
you guys gotta pay attention here. We are paying attention. We're also talking about Star Wars.
Star Wars is a religion.
Well, it could be, a hokey religion. So, hey, no secrets, no lies, deceptions. So yeah, we do a weekly podcast, and it's been a lot of fun. We've been going for. We started the inception of it was right when Rogue One was hitting. So we liked the Rogue One, and we're like, hey, let's do a Star Wars podcast. So a couple, Aaron, it was Aaron and Rutch and Armand. We were all met at church, and so we started doing that. And yeah, we've evolved over time.
Yeah, you guys are deep into the cosplay too.
We're deep into cosplay, yes. Yeah, so let's see here. Heather, I got Heather in. She's a Jawa. So she's a Jawa part of the 501st. And then I myself is a TK. That's a stormtrooper. It stands for Trooper Corpse. They're not dead, right? But they can't spell it with the C. It's like the K. It's Star Wars. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. So I'm a TK. I've been doing that for a couple years. It's a lot of fun. And then Carla is our hardcore cosplayer. She is. She's got a lot. She's got a Jawa. She's got an Imperial officer. She has Rey, multiple different versions of Rey, multiple versions of Jyn. She's working on. She just finished a Endor Leia, and now she's working on a Bespin Leia. So she is our cosplay queen, and we just love it. We just love interacting and doing all that stuff and dressing up. So yeah, we have a little cosplay. Trying to get Aaron in.
Nice.
He dresses up as Picard.
No,
that's Star Trek, Aaron. That's Star Trek. You can't do that.
You can do a killer robot.
Yeah, right, exactly. I could probably do a Lobot as well, but I ain't changing the goatee. So, but yeah, so we love doing cosplay, and it's been a lot of fun, and that's what Star Wars is all about, is having fun having family and talking about things that we don't normally talk about, and it kind of opens up. That's what good sci-fi is, or space fantasy, or whatever you want to call it. That's why we like it.
Well, that's why we formed this family, right? It's the place where you can go talk about the stuff that makes your actual family roll their eyes.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, no one wants to play Star Wars Trivial Pursuit with me. I'm like, I mean, how do I know that it's the, Bail Organa or the Confederacy of Independent Systems? These are, like I was asking you, like, what is the species of Zuckuss? Like, what is that? Like, who is he? These are not in the movie. I don't care. We should know these things. You should. It's a GAN, by the way. But, yeah, so...
Yeah, well, again, some people I hear even learn how to read Oravesh. And, I mean, how big a nerd do you have to be to do that?
I have an Oravesh decoder ring.
Nice.
So when I get in trouble, I just like, when I look at your team, I'm like, okay, that's a T, that's a, okay, got it,
That's a great idea. I actually put it on the back of my business card for the podcast.
Right.
But speaking of cosplay, we have some incredible cosplay here today. And I believe we've got Ben over here in his full Jedi regalia. We're going to bring him in and talk to him a little bit about what got him into cosplay.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Come on in, Ben.
Oh, we're moving the camera. Okay, I'm going to move out.
All right, so Ben, that I've got to start off by saying, as a Jedi Temple Archives podcast, when you walked in, my attention was fully on you. You had the hood up, good to go. So what got you into cosplaying, and what made you go for the Jedi?
Oh, wow. I guess about 3 or 4 years ago I started doing cosplay. And actually it started out, I live in a small town up in Wisconsin, and I found out that small town had a Shawano Saber Academy, where you can learn how to duel and spin your lightsabers and do training. And so I've been a Star Wars fan since I can remember, of course, And so just to have a small town have something like that, it was amazing. Grady McGee was my Jedi master at the time. Hi, Grady. But he had some cosplay things, and so of course I had to keep up with him. And one thing led to another, and so.
I suspect that's probably a pretty common story. Even looking at something like 501st or any of the the formal cosplaying associations, there are levels of meeting their requirements, and certainly you can go from having a kind of an off-the-shelf costume versus what you have, which is truly, I mean, the detail in that is awesome. And certainly the idea of the Lightsaber Academy, I collect a few lightsabers myself. My poor wife suffers through that. But one of the things that has kind of evolved out of that is there's a lot of people that do lightsaber academies, they do lightsaber combat. And it's just a really cool way that I think some people have found to connect to the franchise.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that I've been able to pass on with my son, and something that we can do together. And you were talking about that earlier. It's just something that kind of connects us in the generations, and the fact that The Mandalorian is out, and the quality of the programming that Disney is putting on. Hugely excited about Obi-Wan coming out. And so it's just a really neat thing to know that that's going to be able to continue to be passed on.
I mean, that is the great thing about Star Wars. It's been around for so long, but every time they come out with a new show, it starts to draw on whatever that generation is, that is their first touch point with it. And you talk to different people at different ages, you can almost tell based on their age what they're going to be drawn to. But here we are in an age where we no longer have to wait for these major motion pictures to come out. It's coming out as a television show. Certainly we have Dominic here today, and he can attest to the power of that. It's opened doors for him and created this tour that he's on. But again, it's the average fans. It's these people who have been, as you said, we've been connected to this almost through our lives. And I still feel like the ability to pass that on to your kids is part of what keeps you young. And it's just awesome to see the level of dedication you put into it. So
absolutely. One last thing, little shout out. I'm part of the Jedi Council of America, and I'm the president of the Jedi Council of Wisconsin. So Hi to all my friends out there.
Very cool, very cool. I've actually met the gentleman that started the Jedi Council of America.
Mike's an awesome guy.
Yep, I met him at Grand Rapids Comic Con a couple of years ago. Super nice guy.
I was at that one.
Were you?
Yeah.
Well, we probably passed.
Probably
that.
did.
Covering it for the podcast.
Yep.
Terrific. Well, I really appreciate you coming on
It's a
and
pleasure.
talking to us, and
Absolutely.
keep it up, man.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Take care.
Yep, take care. So that was Ben, ladies and gentlemen. Ro, we lose Ro. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we should probably get 97 Bravo on here. This is the guy that started the flood of people flying in from all over the country. And has certainly been a supporter, one of the main supporters of the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast, really since Ro started it. I believe you're what, Grand Moff?
Yes.
Member of his Patreon, so definitely awesome to have you on. You've got your own podcast now.
I do, yes.
Recently joined Red 5 as part of Gold Squadron, so welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Yeah, I've been following Ro for a while. We've been communicating behind the scenes, and it just sort of fell into place. I'm not quite where everybody else is. I'm just starting.
Well, there's a lot of people, I think, that come to these that are probably just starting as well. I certainly don't have a huge con background, but again, it's really just about getting out and making some connections with people that have a passion that's, in your wheelhouse.
Just 97 Bravo. Dude.
I think you should take this. Yeah.
These guys. What's going on, brother, man?
Much, man.
It's strange not having a screen separating us.
I know. So I want to thank you for coming to Chicago from far away. And I got to ask you, because we were talking off camera just a little bit about, fandom and how we relate to how we represent ourselves as fans. I think that's very important, and I'm only now learning about your stance, obviously, because we've had some discussions already, and then obviously all the wonderful folks here that have come to join us, just celebrate just being geeks. What's your stance on all this? I mean, obviously you came here and you're part of the family now, part of Red 5.
Yes.
Thank you very much. But what's your stance on the representation of fandom everywhere?
I think that it's in distress. I think that we have the different factions, we have the different fiefdoms, we have the different cliques that have held on to certain either hates or likes, and they've just dwelled. And I think that with that comes a sort of blindness to the rest of the information that's out there. These beautiful people who have showed up today, the different voices that are out there, even though sometimes it may not be a subject I want to listen to, having the actual opportunity to voice that, I think, is extremely important. And although I haven't personally experienced it, watching since the prequels, the gatekeeping and all that stuff that has gone on, it hasn't necessarily affected me personally, but I've seen people around me that, it's detrimental to what they want to do to have fun as a fan and to bring friends around and to have that sort of kinship around the thing that we love the most. And I think that, going back to what we were talking about before, is I think Rob brought it up, being about family and being about the redemption and being about the grace and the forgiveness, and the fact that you have people who were on one side of the fight and now they're on the other side of the fight, talking about Star Wars and going back and forth, and we have all these different things that happen within the movie that we all love, and yet we're not able to actually have conversations about things that we don't agree with, about the new direction. And I think that is detrimental to fans because it takes away from the conversation. Because if we're divided, even more than we're already divided now, I think that it muddies the water, and it pulls away from the actual love of why we're actually talking about any of this. It's because of our love of Star Wars.
And absolutely, we see a lot of people here that have joined us, and obviously there's a lot of passion in this courtyard here. There's a lot of passion because there's people dressed up. There's people that have come from far away. There's people, enjoying themselves. We're all talking about Star Wars. It's just fantastic. I think it's like you were saying. I mean, I think people get tired of crapping on stuff time in and time again. But look at Dan. He's eyeballing that comic book. Just get it, Dan.
Well, I already have all 4 covers.
He's gonna get a tattooed on him this week.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. But it's kind of refreshing to hear you say that because the Scarif podcast has been described by some people as we're kind of like Switzerland. We're in the middle of the fandom,
right?
And which is fine for us. We don't when Brad and I started this, there were certain things that we didn't like about the franchise, about Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, whatever. But one of the things that we wanted to make clear from the get-go is, we're all kind of like a Star Wars dysfunctional family, no matter what we like, what we don't like. And this definitely, proves a point here. We've got a lot of people that have, come a long way to kind of, express that. And I think the passion and the expression is the key. But tell me a little bit about, we're going to switch places because I need to get into the chat, but tell me a little bit about your podcast, the Convergence podcast. I know you had Brad on, my wonderful co-host, who is, I wish he was here. And wherever you are, Brad, I hope you are safe and sound, and Godspeed, my brother. But let's switch up and tell me a little bit about the Convergence podcast.
Okay.
Anything signed by
Well, the Convergence started off as my sort of way of rebelling against 5 to 7 minute videos. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just found that when I was doing it, I would cut like an hour and a half, and then I'd have to get it down to like 5.5 minutes, and it looked like I was having a seizure because there's so many micro cuts. I'm like, no. So then it started to change and morph, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to converge without knowing a title yet. Basically, converge reality and escapism, and because culture drives politics, the culture is what I'm focusing on, but it involves politics.
Sure.
Sometimes it's a little heavy, sometimes I get angry, but it's all in the moment. It's not lasting, and And as far as, the direction that it's going now, what I like to do is interviews, and I like to have that, to bounce off somebody and ask, like I had, excuse me, I haven't had Yoshi on yet, but I've done a few interviews, my friend Chris, where I know them and they know me, but then, to do those interviews where you don't know the person except like on social media, I find that extremely interesting to pull their love of Star Wars out. So that's kind of the direction that I'm going. I think I'm 7 or 8 episodes, and I've been doing like 1, maybe 2 a month. So I'm trying to find my place. I have a lot of stuff I'm working on, and I'm trying to, what I'd like to do is get into a weekly thing and get into a rhythm. But it's,
Sure.
it's a growing process.
It's a grind, yeah, definitely. But yeah, you guys check out the Convergence podcast wherever you get your podcast. Where are you guys at?
I am at 97 Bravo. Basically, it's spelled out 90, the number 7, and then Bravo. And I'm on YouTube, Twitch. I'm an affiliate on Twitch. The podcast is pretty much everywhere you can find it. So you can just type it in, the Convergence, and I'm sure you'll find it. And there's language and stuff like that. I would say that it's probably a heavy PG-13, and sometimes it dips into R. So it's not graphic, it's just language, emotion.
Emotion, and that's absolutely fine. And obviously, I mentioned earlier you are one of the newest members of Red 5 Network. And welcome, and thank you very much for all your support throughout the years. Even before becoming Red 5, you were one of the patrons of the ScarifCon2021 podcast, and I appreciate you, and you still are. Big thank you to that. Dominic is back Thank you, Dominic. Anyways, really, really great. We got some people chiming into the chat. Really like what you said. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. We need to get Chantel over here because she's sitting there chit-chatting with Nicole.
Okay, let's do this.
We got Peace, Love, and Star Wars is also here. And one of our favorite accounts, and it's wonderful to finally meet her in person, Nicole. Come on, Shanti, let's go.
Come on, Tati. We can do it. Come on, girl.
We have a special surprise. If and actually, first, Chantel, how are you?
Nervous.
Welcome from Miami.
I guess.
Awesome.
We got a 4-hour drive home.
You got this, girl.
No, I don't. I'm just making
Oh
up
my
my
gosh, she's turning red. She's so nervous.
I hate this.
How you doing?
I'm good. Trying not to curse.
Try not to curse. There's children here. So earlier we had a trivia with our friend Trevor Beast 454. We gave a lot of stuff out, which was really cool. Nicole, don't go anywhere. I just wanted to say a heartfelt happy birthday to Nicole. It is her birthday. Is it this weekend or next weekend?
This weekend.
This weekend is her birthday. We also have another birthday, Adam, who's in the chat. Happy birthday, Adam. I wish you guys were all here. But,
And Chantel's birthday month.
was it?
It's Chantel's birthday month too.
Oh, yeah, it is Chantel's birthday month.
29th.
Sorry.
29th. Very nice. We got a lot of birthdays. So in honor of all these birthdays and the fact that we have a birthday girl here, we're going to sing Nicole a very happy birthday because she's such
You have to be embarrassed.
very special friend here to the Red 5 Network. She supports a lot of our podcasts, a lot of our shenanigans throughout Twitter, and look for her. Peace, love, Star Wars. So everybody, let's sing Nicole a happy birthday. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nicole. Happy birthday to you, Nicole. Yay! Can you come over here for a second?
Come on, I'll keep Shanti, you know.
Have a seat right here.
I'll keep her company. I'll keep her company.
Please.
Yeah.
On behalf of Red 5 Network, I just want to say happy birthday.
Ah, thank you, thank you. I'm assuming I get to enjoy this right now.
You could.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Let me get behind the camera. And Chantel, you can narrate.
Yeah, Chantel, you get to narrate.
A very quaintly wrapped present, I might add. Nice job, Rob.
So how are you enjoying Chicago?
I love it, actually. I wish I could be here a lot longer so I could eat myself to death.
Ro, I told her she should probably come up for C2E2.
I know. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I would believe me, I would love to. Loving it so far. I had the nicest Uber driver on the way over.
I think we can get you hooked up for C2E2. I think we can do that.
Okay?
Oh, look, it's from Chewie! We're talking about Chewbacca, right? I mean, anytime we all hear Chewie, it's all from Chewbacca. Who's got, ooh.
Does anyone who?
Was that you?
Yes. Does anyone have a knife? Or a blade?
I got muscles! I got muscles!
She tore it up like the whole.
Tearing it up like Chewbacca here. Woo-hoo! What do I got going on here? Gotta love the child. Some Grogu. Alright. I'll read the card later, unless you want me to. Yep. LD lights. Aww, little Wampa from Hawk. For everybody to come see. Don't look. Trying to see where everyone is. Ooh.
My man.
Oh, I stole her man. Bro, I hope I live after
may not.
There might be a lightsaber duel later.
Suspect number 1 here.
So if anything happens to me, you know who to look for first. We're right there. And our shot.
I'm not very happy.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you to all the Team Scarif. And you too. Oh, I see stickers. I'm all about my stickers. Some Ewoks and things. Very cool. Oh my gosh, thank you so very much, Ro. Welcome. Everybody else. And again, if anything happens to the Han Solo, you know who to go for. That one.
Can I get off the mic now?
Ro, she asked you a question.
I'm here collecting all the fun stuff.
Okay, so let's see who's all here.
It's in the chat.
Hey Adam, happy birthday. Oh, I see my Diggory online and I see Cam. Yes, Cam. Wish he was here. He could totally do the voice too, the Chewbacca. Or I give you a Twilight. Oh, thank you, Cam. And happy birthday.
Well, I finally got on the camera. Can I get off?
Pixar, it didn't happen. Oh.
What happened?
DJ says Pixar, it didn't happen. With the
Pixar, it didn't happen?
Yeah, think about it. Like Mace Windu, we never saw him die.
This is true.
This is very true.
This is very true.
Very true. I'm just looking at his feed that's happening here. Welcome. And I see Charles. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see everybody. I hope that everyone gets to come next year or to C2E2. And DJ says that we have to have a lightsaber duel.
I need a lightsaber first.
Okay, so DJ, you have to come here from New Mexico to bring us lightsabers.
All I have is my stupid plastic one from Toys R Us. When I went to go
Anybody
see
got a
her, I
lightsaber
said,
here? We just want to have a duel.
I would love to have a duel.
Maybe we need to go to the lightsaber duel academy.
That happen.
That'd be really cool.
I think I might get a little too aggressive though.
That'd be fun.
That would help me get
Everybody
a lot
would
of
want to
anger.
go. They'd be like, yeah. Let's go check them out. Chantal Guns, you must ask a question. Charles Westcott, what question are you looking for from Miss Chantal?
Ask me anything.
Yeah, ask her anything, she says.
Keep
Ooh,
it PG.
C2E2 is in December
Oh, it's
in Chicago.
Then I'll see
DJ.
if I can make it.
And thank you, Dave Richards, for the happy birthday. Appreciated. And also, of course, happy birthday, if I haven't said it 1,000 times already, to Adam. From a certain point of view, I'm just like keeping up on. You must ask a question. We're calling you out. Charles Westcott. What did you ask a question? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, this is why I didn't want to be on the mic.
Nicole and Chantal were not prepared for the questions today.
Not being interviewed, so.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Yay, Luke Skywalker, ladies and gentlemen. And Rose, I'm scared.
What do we drink?
Now there's still a family channel.
Lightsaber, so you can do it out.
They would like us to have a lightsaber duel. Doesn't matter. Any question to Nicole. Any question to Nicole.
They don't understand.
Here's a simple one. What did you do for your birthday?
What do I do for my birthday? Okay, what did I do for my birthday? Well, yesterday I celebrated by going to Black Widow. And yeah, and then I went to dinner, which was really good. And then I'm here today. I'm celebrating. This is how you celebrate, right? If this was today was July 9th, this is how I'd be celebrating, right here. So, how are you going to be celebrating your birthday?
I'm actually going to take that whole week off. Do
Smart girl. Very smart.
Just going to do absolutely nothing.
Maybe next time they'll have to plan this the week of your birthday, so you're here for the whole week.
I know.
Bro.
But like I said before, this is true commitment because I flew in this morning and I'm flying right back out.
Yes, very true commitment here, people. Came here from Miami, heading back tomorrow just to be here one day.
Well, I gotta say, it's not much different than Miami. It is hot as all get out here.
It is. It does get humid. It does get humid here. Let's see here. Any else? Oh, you're welcome, Adam. Oh, DJ wants to know where your Catwoman suit is.
Where my Catwoman costume is?
Yes.
It's in my closet.
Dirty old man!
And Cam says, why is Luke staggering?
The usual reason.
The usual reason, he says.
I'm reeling from the blow to the force we just received. We've received a message from the Jedi Temple Archives, and we need to get into the controls.
Ooh, I think that they're asking us to get into the controls. I think we're gonna hand it over. All right, we're gonna hand it back over to these gentlemen. Back over to Ro and Luke.
You know, it's affairs and all that. And every story you look for about you.
Thank you, Shanti and Nicole. Happy birthday. So, yeah, hold on a second. I need to get to these notes here.
Behind the bar, pouring drinks. He said the drinks down.
How familiar are you with the Bub drama? Yeah, something's going on. So, as Rob was saying, we received an incoming transmission from what? Supreme Chancellor Bub? What's going on with that? Huh. So, if you guys aren't familiar with Bub the monkey lizard, he was adopted by Cam Ray of Cam Ray Semi-Productions.
Oh, they are semi-productions.
They are semi-productions. You know, after appearing with Cam on Good Morning America and being laughed at by Dave Filoni himself, Bub decided he was now Star Wars canon, and he gained a new sense of independence, and he started thinking freely and going to and fro. It was really crazy. What's up with Bub?
And Cam has been shaken to his core with just absolute terror about what's happening to poor Bub out there in the world. There's a lot of people out there who think maybe Bub left for a reason, but I guess we're about to find out. I know that there was a 4th of July fireworks disaster that occurred just about a week ago. Yeah, it was believed that poor Bub had been killed.
Oh no.
We were about to find out what became of Bub the monkey.
Yeah, we haven't seen or heard from Bub since, except a brief viewing in the ashes of an explosion. There was video there, some actual footage of Bub just kind of reaching out.
Just a hand.
Just a hand. So I think this seems to be Bub's return, if I'm not mistaken. Supreme Chancellor Bub, everyone. Let's play this transmission. What's going on here?
My fellow citizens, these have been trying times, but I have passed the test. The fireworks attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed, but I assure you, my resolve has never been stronger. The 4th of July is over, and we stand on the threshold of a new beginning. We will prevail, and in order to ensure our security and continuing stability, the government will be reorganized into the new Galactic Republic for a safe and secure society. 10,000 years of peace begins today. Long live the Republic.
Wow,
there goes the neighborhood.
That was chilling. Bub has survived that accident. Should I do it in air quotes? The accident?
I feel like it was all staged.
No. That's all real stuff. That's real. Wow. So I think Cam must be happy that at least Bub survived. No?
True. Yeah. I mean, Bub is definitely the better half of that pair. So I'm glad to see Bub is alive and well. Not sure how Cam's going to handle it.
Yeah, well, he's in the chat, and I'm sure he's we'll probably hear from him sometime tonight. Wow. Cam must be, I don't know, shocked, dismayed.
Well, this is what happens when Cam takes control of a life form. Obviously, he returned to the dark side. Or the dork side.
Or the dork side. Wow, that was fantastic. Great message. Thank you very much for, Bub. Wow. I didn't realize that the drama had gotten so much that this thing had evolved or devolved.
Yeah. Look, Cam is trying to supplant Star Wars with his own mythology. I think that the path that he's on, he may actually have a shot.
Excellent. Wow, that's very interesting. But, we got that transmission from the Jedi Temple. Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
It's amazing stuff. Wow. Well, it's what else do you want to talk about? Well, Chantel, thank you very much for braving the microphone and braving the camera here.
And the airplane.
And the airplane. That she was brave. I know she doesn't like to be on camera or on the microphone. Brad is the same way. It's like, I don't listen to any of the ScarifCon2021 podcasts. I'm like, what?
I started listening.
Oh, you started listening. That's fantastic.
Well, look, I'm looking forward to Brad getting back in front of the mic again. Certainly, he has had his time away at sea, but fortunately, you guys have Chantel this time around, and she is a great addition to the Scarif podcast. But I think the way that you have kind of cobbled together a good group of people,
and they're all here,
alive and kicking in. You branched out a little bit from Star Wars. So.
Yeah, they're all here. So, barring any more, direct transmissions from the Jedi Temple, I think we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna thank you very much. Oh, we got more trivia.
That's right.
Absolutely. But hold on a second. I'm picking up some weird transmissions here. What's going on? What?
Communications disruption can mean only one thing.
Invasion.
Or Darth. So wait a minute. What? Oh no.
Long have I waited, and now you're coming together. It's your undoing. Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design. Your faith in your friends is your weakness, and your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side. Young fools, only now, at the end, do you understand that you, like your friends, are now mine. Darth Bub.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get a bearable.
Wow, that was menacing. Darth Bub? Holy moly. Well, I think this is just the beginning.
It's a very sad future for the galaxy.
Oh no. Wow, we are doomed. Cam, we are definitely doomed. It's so we got some more trivia, a little more trivia on it.
Let's move over here, Trevor Beast in here. We're gonna give out some more swag.
And then Greg, let's trade functions here. Now I'll be your prize collector.
I'm kind of excited to see what kind of questions you have here. And where do you think we should start? And as Ro goes back there, and we still have some nice prizes to give away. So before some of the rain chases us off, Ro, what are we going to play for on this one?
Any cosplayers? I have a Kozer Han Solo belt.
Ooh, we have a cosplay like a Han Solo belt.
Yeah.
So any cosplayers or aspiring cosplayers out there. So all right, Trevor.
All right.
Why don't you lead us off here and let's get this next question in.
All right, this is where the fun continues. All right, so if you know this question, just show of hands. First person to raise their hand, give me the correct answer, you will win this coveted prize. All right, so if you've seen the Clone Wars or the Bad Batch, you just might know this one. What is the name of Cad Bane's techno service droid voiced by Seth Green? Toto is correct.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah. Toto 360.
All he needs is a DL-44.
All he needs is a DL-44, and you got it. All right.
All right, so next one. First one to raise their hand.
What are we playing for, Ro?
Okay, yeah.
Well, we are playing for a Han Solo snowsuit Funko Pop.
Han Solo in the snow.
Han Solo in the snow.
Next question. Which piece of Star Wars content will you find Commander Pyre, Type Phazon, and Aunt Z?
Ooh.
Sounds like a Trevor question to me.
Star Wars Resistance is correct.
Which is ironic about our conversation about Star Wars Resistance, but I'm happy that you put it in the trivia game.
Yeah.
I like that. That's taking the higher road.
Yeah.
All right, Ro, what are we playing for next? Still some great swag here, folks.
We got,
And I'm not just talking about the socks here.
let's make it a combo.
Oh, we're going to make it a combo here. We've got socks
Mandalorian speeder
and a Hot Wheels. Oh, that's pretty tight.
and some Mando socks.
And some Mando socks. All right, Trevor, kick us up here. What are we doing? What's the next question?
All right. Next question would be, which piece of Star Wars content will you find Tarek, Noah, and Sindel?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I know. It is obscure, but you got Tarek, Noah, and Sindel. What Star Wars media would you
97 Bravo.
Yes. It is not the Christmas.
Oh, that was a good one.
You are very close. But yes, that is Battle for Endor.
I think we need to hit the Congratulations, Chantel.
I know, not because the character Noah, played by Wilford Brimley, wasn't in Caravan of Courage, but he was in Battle for Endor.
And Wilford Brimley had to have been at least 30 or 40 in that film, right? He looked eternally old.
At least.
Bro, what are we playing for next?
A Scarif t-shirt.
Ooh, a Scarif t-shirt. Very nice shade of blue.
It's a large, so
It's con-sized, so after you have some of the food there, you can slip this on, and no one will know the wiser what you had. All right, Trevor, what do we got?
All right, so which piece of Star Wars content will you find Juno Eclipse, Shaak Ti, and a droid named Proxy?
Ooh, the last one. That's a tricky one. Any takers out there? Let's see a hand.
It is the
All right, yeah. So shit to go with those socks you got earlier. Oh, that's nice.
it's always sunny on Scarif.
Thank you, sir. All right, we got some more stuff here, Ro. What do you think we're gonna play for next? Ooh, I like where you're going with that.
Let's do more t-shirts.
Ooh, we have a Rebels t-shirt.
All right, Rebels t-shirt. All right, I got a great question.
All right.
Okay. All right. So for the t-shirt here, which animated character steals a comm link from an Imperial officer within the first 2 minutes of their screen time?
Ooh. I like this question.
Yeah, Rob got it right. Ezra Bridger stole comm link within the first 2 minutes of the screen time.
Congratulations. All right. Oh, did we have to,
I'm sorry, do I have to get the phone?
Oh yeah,
we gotta hit the bell. We gotta hit the bell.
we have to hit the bell.
We have the bell. All right, still has some nice swag, and thanks everybody for sticking around for trivia.
Yep. All right.
What do we play about? Oh, for a second I thought he was going to go for that one. He's got his hands, he's going through the box, as you can see in the chat room. Force Unleashed, I like.
All right, another combo. Orson Krennic, Black Series, and a Metal Earth X-Wing fight ship. It's one of those.
Ooh, it's one of those metal, you put them together. I like this combo.
And you cut your hands.
And you cut your hands to death. Trevor, what you got for us?
All right. Okay, so this next one. Okay, first one to raise their hand will probably get it. Which piece of Star Wars content will you find Gecko, Dr. Pershing in the armor?
Ding, ding, ding.
That is correct.
Nice.
All right.
Get your Black Series. Very nice.
Yeah, you could have said chapter 1 or 3, but yeah, the Mandalorian.
All right. What are we playing for? Ooh, more t-shirts. These t-shirts are great too, by the way.
It looks like an album cover.
It does. It kind of looks like Bohemian Rhapsody. All right. Trevor, what, you got a good one for this one?
All right, yeah, I got a good one. So, in Chapter 3 of The Mandalorian, which Dominic Pace is well familiar with,
exactly,
who suggested going to the core and reporting Imperial mercenaries and warlords to the New Republic?
Ooh.
Who suggested going there and reporting? No. Any show of hands?
Any show of hands?
Cara Dune is incorrect.
Like, which one do you want?
Cara Dune didn't appear till chapter 4.
That's true.
It's chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was just saying chapter 3.
I can repeat the question. In chapter 3 of The Mandalorian, who suggested going to the core and reporting Imperial mercenaries and warlords to the New Republic?
Ooh, I think actually that
Reef Karga.
I was going to say, I saw in the chat room, DJ Red 4 was right on it in the chat room. By the way, DJ Red 4, if you can find me, DM me on Twitter, I can get you a lanyard. At Rebel Base Card. What are we playing for, Ro? We're playing for a mini Funko.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker mini Funko.
And a Star Wars t-shirt. A nice combo here that could go home with one of you.
Oh, yeah.
You know the answer.
Somebody in chat. Maybe.
Somebody in chat?
Will win. Hold on a second. Let's do that.
Ooh, I like this. This is swag for the chat.
People in chat. One for each of these.
Okay.
So,
okay.
2 questions.
All right.
First, Luke. Anybody in the chat?
Okay. All right. This is the question for the chat specifically, so make sure you got your fingers on the keyboards here. In Solo, a Star Wars story, which character was the first one to mention Crimson Dawn?
Let's go, chat.
Where's the other chat room I'm in here? Oh no, I was just reading this one right here. So chat. Repeat the question from the chat.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Amanda.
All right. So Amanda
with Beckett and Tobias Beckett is the answer.
Congratulations, Amanda Parizo, in the chat room. Just make sure the DM Ro and he'll get the details for you.
Yeah, because Tobias Beckett said we were not stealing for ourselves. We were hired by Crimson Dawn.
Boom, boom, boom. I like that little
Next
slide.
chat, Yoda. Little Yoda dude.
For the chat room?
For the chat room.
Excellent. All right. So if you missed out on last time, we've got another question directly for the chat room.
All right. Yep. And I hope you've seen the Bad Batch, because this is a Bad Batch question. What species is Sid, the informant, and owner of a cantina?
Species of Sid.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait a little bit here, see if the chat room's up. Dun, dun, dun. This is exciting.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
Beckett is my favorite in Solo. I like that. That was a very apt for the last one.
All right, and Joey Rosawa.
Congratulations. You have won the mini Funko Pop. Make sure you are reaching out to Ro and obviously to get his to get this stuff to you. All right.
All right, we got
to move.
the last combo. Everyone's got to pay attention.
All right, we've got one more combo to give out. So if y'all are paying attention here, we've got a Baton Frick and a T-shirt combo. This is exciting.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
All right. So this one is which Star Wars movie will you hear Yoda say premonitions? Premonitions. Ooh. That is incorrect.
Hands.
Episode 2 is incorrect. All right. And 97 Bravo is going with episode 3, and that is correct. It was.
Congratulations, 97 Bravo.
I'll wait for the big stuff. Thank you.
When are we giving away the Cadillac?
Who donated this? Who donated this?
Who donated the comic and figure? That looks pretty tight. Todd.
WSTR.
From WSTR. We have another question.
We got one more question.
All right, fine. Well, we can go with this one here. All right, so in Return of the Jedi, how many scout troopers were stationed outside the back entrance of the shield gate before an Ewok took off on one of their speeders?
This could be also almost a trick question, right?
2, 3, and what? 2.
We got some answers flying around here.
All right.
Good question.
So we got
I agree.
some 2s, some 3s.
3 in the chat room, they say.
Okay. Well, in Return of the Jedi, how many scout troopers were stationed outside the back entrance of the shield gate before an Ewok took off on one of their speeders? All right. People are saying 3.
A lot of people are saying 3.
Okay.
I'm seeing also 2 in the chat room.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. This guy here?
Well, I haven't heard a correct answer yet.
Ooh, we still haven't got it?
Are you doing this?
Yeah, it was 4. It was 4. Okay, fine. I can ask another way. But yeah, it was 4 scout troopers. Ewoks stole their speeder, and there was only 1 left. Not bad for the little furball. Okay, so fine. We'll go to the next one. Okay.
I think we're out.
I think we are.
Okay.
No, we're not raffling off that.
All right, then. Well, I guess that concludes trivia. So, thank you so much to all the viewers.
Trevor, thank you so much for helping out and getting us queued up. And thanks everybody who donated the prizes. This was actually a lot of great stuff that went out here today. So, alrighty.
Close it out.
Yeah, as we are starting to close things out, I'm going to turn things over. So, I just want to say thank you very much. Thanks to everyone in the chat for participating. We'll talk to you soon.
And that's the scuttlebutt. Oh,
It's not his first barbecue. Wow, that was fantastic. So it's starting to rain a little bit here in Chicago, but that's okay.
Well, at least it's not Camino.
It's not Camino, no.
That's right.
So Dominic Bass is busy making friends over there. Wonderful stuff.
Flirty up.
Todd, how's it going?
Hey, dude.
I want to thank you for donating all that wonderful swag.
Absolutely.
And,
I have too much swag at home. So.
Exactly, yeah. So make sure to pick up some wonderful lanyards over there, whoever hasn't gotten any. We got stickers, we got buttons, we got cards with Greg, Rebel Base Card Podcast. Check him out as well. And some wonderful cards from the 501st,
That's
my
right.
friends over here at WSTR Galactic.
We like to dress up.
Absolutely. Wow.
So we did it.
We did it.
We got a bunch of nerds,
Got
geeks, and
scoundrels,
space pirates,
all over the galaxy.
Yeah, and you know what's cool? I think that's where Star Wars is kind of that motley crew of people, and we all got a love for something that's cool. And
like right now, this all reminds me. We're like the Deep Space Nine of Chicago. Like
that's
all
a Star
the
Trek
of society.
That's a Star Trek.
Wonderful.
What's your friend's name? That was Stormtrooper.
Gabby.
Gabby, thank you very much for dressing up and keeping our guests.
I like it. She's coming.
Thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you.
Oh, you're
All right, so we did it. Another ScarifCon2021 podcast live at ScarifCon.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining us and kind of helping.
I mean, like I said, man, it's fun getting together, talking a little Star Wars, connecting with people. You know, that's what it's all about. So.
And everybody in the chat, thank you very much for hanging with us throughout the day. You know, we started early, setting up, helping Dominic put all his stuff in order here. But
I do like that Dominic is representing the Bears. So that's good. Yeah, Bears.
Jersey.
Bears.
Is that like from some sort of sports?
Yeah,
thing?
it's like sports ball. So yeah, just say yay sports. Yeah.
But the ball's not even round. So what's up with that?
I don't know. That's why they call it football.
Excellent. All right, so guys, there's a lower third graphic. Please give everyone a follow and check out, if you're local, check out Alley Cat Comics.
Yes.
Wonderful host.
It's
Celine
between.
here.
You'll miss it. So it's between Potbelly's and Starbucks. And then you got like this little alley, and it's a wonderful comic book.
Wonderful comic book.
It's worth the trip up here if you're in the Chicagoland area.
Absolutely.
Check it out. Yeah.
Tell Celine you said hi. Tell the podcast people sent you.
The weird podcast people. Yeah, exactly.
Is Chantel sleeping over there in that corner?
No.
Awesome. Guys, thank you everybody for joining us here live. We had a lot of fun.
We did, yes.
We had a lot of fun. I know there's like activity. We're getting kicked out.
That's right. It's all good, it's all good.
All right, and Amanda, we got you. You won one of our things. Who else was the winner? Joey Rosales, thank you very much. I got your info. You guys are patrons already, so thank you very much. I want to thank the rest of our patrons, everybody that contributed to the wonderful event that we had tonight, or today. Tonight,
yeah.
Depending on when you watch it, it's starting to come down. So we are going to say goodbye. Any final thoughts on this wonderful, well, I look for the buttons here.
As you try to close this thing out. No, yeah, I would just say, you know, again, just celebrate what you love, you know?
Absolutely.
And I think that's what we're doing here today. And we just want to thank, again, Dominic Pace for coming out and helping support local businesses.
Absolutely. Help and support local business, his local business tour 2021, and he did it last year, and later on in the year, the party is going to continue, because I'm sure we're going to get together with him once again.
We should.
We should, totally. So who's all here? Rob, Jedi Temple Archives.
Thank you. I don't know my name. Todd, WSTR, Galactic Public Access.
We got 97 Bravos here, thank you very much. The Convergence Podcast, we're going to have some dinner. Trevor Beast is here, came from faraway lands. Dan.
Yeah!
There you go.
Escape Pod.
Escape Pod.
Yep. Yes. There we go.
I love you guys. I love all you guys. Everybody that's here, man. Thank you so much. Make sure
Base card.
Greg, thank you so much for those wonderful lanyards that were awesome.
Yeah, 'cause I just like the fact that we could be like Wayne's World and just kind of like poke these out. Yeah, that's the best.
All right, this is Ro, and Chantel should be here, but I know she's safely over there away from the cameras and the microphones. This is Ro signing off. Brad, wherever you're at, be safe, my brother. May the force be with you.
And that's the Scuttlebutt.